lifeless as I sat inside your world.
Hey, what's happening? Back on the floor in my drum studio. I haven't done one of these cooking videos in a while. And yeah, it's been a minute. I think the last time we did something was maybe back in March or maybe April. So anyway, got my Instant Pot out. I discovered this really cool recipe and I sort of veganized it, and I made it, instead of using ground meat, I'm using texturized vegetable protein, so it looks kind of like cat food or something. It's just dehydrated soy, but it tastes really good, and it has, like, I guess, a meat-like texture. TVP is just basically, it's defatted soy. It's sort of the byproduct when they're making soybean oil, so it's everything else. So that's what this is. It's not a whole food. I tend to eat a lot of whole foods, but this is more of like a convenience dish. It's something, I think this is actually really good, you know, if you're lifting heavy weights, or if you're drumming all day long, you kind of want like a high protein, high carb meal maybe afterwards. So this would be great for that. So anyway, we're gonna add the TVP. There's the other ingredients you're gonna need. I'm using rotini, so it's a type of pasta. I'm just gonna use this whole box. It's 1 pound for those measuring. I've got a jar of Simple Truth organic tomato basil sauce. This one is vegan. Some of the Simple Truth organic stuff has cheese in it, like Parmesan cheese, but this one is vegan. And then I've got some dinosaur kale from the farmer's market. It's always good to add some cruciferous vegetables whenever possible. So do that, cruciferous vegetables. Okay, so anyway, what I'm gonna do is I will get this started and I'll see you in a moment. All right, so the first thing I need you to do is hit the saute button on the Instant Pot, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the TVP part first. So that's just flipped on. It's gonna heat up. You can cook then without the lid. So we'll add maybe about a cup and a half of this. It really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna coat the bottom of the pan. So there's that much. You can kind of see it, just wing it. So we add that. I've got some water from my little Brita filter water jug. And as you can see, I'm adding all the water that I'm gonna need. The TVP is gonna soak up quite a bit of this. And it's not an exact science, but I'd say do maybe a 2-to-1 ratio of this. Two parts water, 1 part TVP. Okay, so we're gonna let that go for a bit. All right, so as you can see here, we're starting to simmer a bit. So this is good. We can go ahead and I'm gonna add just a touch more water. Again, this isn't an exact science, so maybe altogether it's 3 parts water to 1 part TVP. And then this will be all the water you need for the rest of the meal. So we're gonna add this whole box of pasta. So just dump it in there. And same with the sauce. And you could even, if you wanna get every little bit of that out of there, you can add a little bit of water to the jar and get those last little bits out. Add the kale. All right, you can use whatever vegetable you want. You know, if you want to do broccoli, zucchini, mushrooms, any of that stuff will be good. Okay, so you add all that in there. Put the lid on, and we're gonna hit cancel first. Then we're gonna hit pressure cooker, and I've got it at 4 minutes on high pressure. Make sure the valve is closed, and even though it says 4 minutes, it's got to still come to pressure. That's going to take maybe 5 minutes. And then once it's come to pressure, then it will take the 4 minutes that we assigned to the Instant Pot. And I'll see you in a moment. All right, so it's all done. Hey, by the way, I'm wearing a UFO shirt. UFO is awesome. Rest in peace, Pete Way, passed away recently. Awesome band, good classic rock group. The tour manager for IMX also tour manages UFO. That's why I was able to get this shirt. I never saw them live though, but they kick ass. So listen to UFO if you don't already. Anyway, so all right. So the thing you got to do next is release the pressure valve and stand back because this will blast you in the face. So let the steam come out. And then once that's done, we can flip the lid off and then check and see if we did a good job or not. All right, so we got the moment of truth here. I've only made this one other time, and that was yesterday. So we'll see how it goes. It's a big experiment. And voila. Okay, so you just see the greens on the top. We gotta just stir it around. And that's actually looking really good. So yeah, just stir this around. Looks like we did good as far as the amount of water to pasta and TVP. That whole ratio looks good. So there you go. Awesome. Done. So basically, if I can do it on the floor, then you can do it on tour. All right, that was bad. Sounds like a dad joke. All right, enjoy.